It's going down for real.
The apple. What?
Hello.
That was a perfectly timed sound drop there, Gavin.
I know I was panicking.
I gotta
then I
hand it
heard-
to you for once.
Thank you. I need a hand. I need someone to hand it to me.
You need hand jobs?
I mean, yes. Yeah.
Shit, I did that.
Welcome to the It Takes All Kinds podcast, episode 209. We're recording this on Friday, March 21st. You'll be hearing this on Monday, March 24th. Carson, what do we got on the docket today?
That is a great question, Gavin. We are going to be talking all about Tracy Morgan losing his lunch courtside at the Knicks basketball game, of course. Then we have a very controversial, for some reason, tweet from chess.com that we want to talk about. This is coming from Gavin. We already talked about it a little bit before, but I haven't really fully dived in. So we're going to talk about that. I have some food hacks I want to share with you guys that I just found on Instagram. I think you guys are really going to like those a lot. Just getting into cooking. I know everybody loves cooking. And then we have a Nextdoor Drama. It's coming back. It's coming back a little more frequently. This one's a fun one. And then what you're listening to, as always, we are some sleepy gentlemen. So, there's a bug in my face. We are sleepy because
quieter
Gavin's
episode.
yeah, it's gonna be we're actually doing an ASMR episode. Maybe that's what
it
we should have
honestly will be for me because it is very, very echoey space here.
Well, and you have people around you.
Yeah,
Because I don't give a shit about it being echoey. It can be as loud as it wants. This ain't no goddamn audio
Andres.
show. This ain't a show you listen to. Oh wait.
Exactly. That's what I've always said. But yeah, we've had a long day. Carson, you've been recording podcasts
All day. This is my fourth
day.
podcast of the day, and that is not a joke. Only the second one I'm on. I guess one of them I'm like kind of on. I'm not a talent, so to speak. But here I'm a talent, and I'm ready to use my talents. But Gavin, you're not where you normally are. You have some BDSM bedwear next to you that the viewers can't see. So maybe if you want to pan over so they can get a little glimpse of that. Yeah, the leather. I'm talking about the rivets. You got those rivets
These?
next to you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I want the viewers to see those BDSM rivets. Oh yeah, baby. Is that what they do?
Is that what
what
they use
they
those rivets
do?
for? Is that what those goddamn rivets are for?
Is that what these goddamn rivets are for?
Yeah, if you
you're
can see,
you've been a jet setter all year. You've been in more hotel rooms than I have, and that's
true.
That's crazy.
That's a fact. I need a credit card.
Someone get Gavin a credit card.
Someone
please.
get me a credit card. I'm pre-approved for a couple, but I need to go in and apply.
He wants choices.
I am in Nashville, Tennessee.
Heard
not
of it?
Illinois.
There's a Nashville, Illinois.
I didn't know that either, but someone mentioned it to me. For American Pharmacists Association annual, and just going here to. It's my first ever pharmacy conference, but it's my first conference in a long time. I think the last time I was in a conference was high school at some point. I
Really?
think- yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been in a conference.
Yeah,
I've never been to a
but bigger
conference.
news
Yes.
before the trip, as I mentioned last week, that Wednesday is match day, so we'll know by this time, right? By the next time we record the episode, where I will be. I did end up matching in Minneapolis, so I'm heading up to Minnie. Finally,
Let's give
I'm
it
going
up.
to a hospital up there. Very happy. Very happy.
He found
very
happy. He found a donor, a recipient. He's going to a hospital.
Yep, I got donor matched, and I'm ready to get my heart transplant.
Finally, because that heart.
I'm taking
ain't
the other
been so
person's.
good.
I'm taking the person's like defective heart, and I'm giving up mine.
Just to try.
I'm just that good of a person, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So gonna be up there for the next 2 years. So as long as everything goes smoothly, I should be ready to go come June. June
Yeah,
23rd
dude.
is my first day. So
This guy has been was so nervous, was so worried about getting
So
matched.
worried for what?
And for what? And I told him, I said, Gavin, you're good.
good.
Just shut up.
Just shut
You're gonna be fine. And what do you
Yeah,
know?
he actually did. Yeah, he did. He actually did tell me to like go run a lap around my house.
Yep.
He told me to put some essential oils on my wrists and sniff them and lick them off.
I said, pick up sticks.
He said, go kick rocks.
I said, go kick rocks, you son of a
Go
bitch.
kick a can down the railroad tracks.
And
Yeah,
think about what you
so-
did.
And I did.
And everything's
Trust me.
fine, folks.
I certainly did.
You people out there need to stop worrying, and because anxiety and depression is not real. Okay, it's made up. That's what the government wants you.
That's what they're telling
That's
me.
what the government wants you to do, to have, and it's not real, guys. It's all up here. You just gotta just freaking
You don't
figure
even
it
know what you're
out.
talking about.
Just figure it out, okay? Just because I was on SSRIs at one point doesn't mean anything.
Nothing at all.
I don't believe in it. Of course.
Carson cured his anxiety and depression.
Yes, in the medicine, although it helped tremendously at the time, I don't need it anymore. And neither do you. That's a lie. I don't actually believe that.
That's a lie. It didn't actually work for me.
That's a lie. It didn't actually work at all. No, it worked wonders. It didn't help
But
in
yeah.
other departments, but we don't need to talk about that.
But yeah, it's been a great couple days, and had a really fun time last night. I had some moonshine.
I really wish I don't have my fucking. I was just looking for my fucking country music, and I don't have it. Would have been playing it this whole time. Sorry.
Well, that's all right.
I'm just upset.
I don't
about
even
it.
think I have anything country related right now, but I have some.
You didn't get a cowboy. You didn't go to the boot boys.
Oh, trust me, I went in.
place?
I-
You went
I
to
went
a boot
into a-
place
I went to multiple boot places.
by yourself.
Yep, by myself. Yep, no one around me.
Did you
I
get
went to
your?
go check them.
Well, that's just because you like to do the fittings because they touch your feet a little bit.
They take my socks off and caress my feet.
And you go.
They go.
What do
and
they
I
give?
go,
you? They're like, we need to massage your feet before we before we do our fitting, just so your feet are all loose. I wish you had your fake foot there right now. What if you brought
too.
that with you everywhere you went?
Everywhere I go, just for like a foot bit.
It's my stress foot.
No, you don't understand. I have this in my suitcase because it's to hold my shoes open.
This is my lucky foot.
This is my lucky foot. Is where I put all my shoes.
Just one shoe though.
Just one shoe. My one shoe that's always kind of floppier than the other one.
Yeah, of course.
But
everybody has
but yeah,
a floppy
we-
shoe.
We went shopping a little bit today, and it's a busy street, that Broadway. I'll have
It
you know,
is.
it's a very busy street. I did not know that. I thought it was just gonna be like
Have you
I don't
never
know,
been
literally
there?
any other city. No, I don't think I've ever like been on the boots on the ground.
Literally. Yeah, have
in,
you?
in
But you.
Nashville.
Really?
I passed by it a couple times. Yeah,
I love Nashville, despite my
Hatred for country music.
hatred for new country music. I will say, and kind of
He's a
that
big
whole
Willie Nelson
scene.
kinda guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Big Nelly Wilson. Despite that, and despite hating that whole scene and everything, I do really like Nashville. Haven't been in a long time, but been quite a few times, and I like it.
Well, yeah,
very
I'm down
nice.
here right now, so I'm enjoying it.
Well, and you went to. I'm just going to spoil it. You went to Kid Rock's bar last night. And
I went
need
to Kid
know
Rock and Luke
everything
Bryan's
about
bar.
that. Well, Luke Bryant, whatever. I think Kid Rock is the one I'm more curious
Yeah.
about.
I mean,
Personally.
they was surprisingly it was the bar that was playing the most normal quote unquote music. Like they were playing like hits.
I guess
They
that
were
makes
playing
sense.
like country music.
Because like Kid Rock wasn't like. Wait, I mean, I guess
Strictly like a yeah.
yeah, he like embraced.
I think he
it a little bit.
rebranded to like a country guy, but I don't think he ever
Yeah.
like I don't know. But it was like 3 levels. A lot of these bars are multi-level bars, right? You know what I mean? Like
Right.
these are not like St. Louis bars
No.
where it's just like one level and everybody's in there. It's like fucking huge. Like
Yeah.
they're huge bars and they're packed to the brim.
Of course.
And they were packed to the brim on a Thursday night, and they probably will be tonight. So we
guess
shall
it's
see. We shall see.
Spring break-ish.
Yeah, spring break and Fridays, Saturdays.
Yeah,
are
well,
probably
yeah.
always always bustling
Yeah.
here, even in the freezing cold, I bet.
Yeah.
So, and it's crazy seeing live music being played all day.
Yeah, that's true.
They're being played all day. Like there were people playing live music at like 2:00 in the afternoon. And it
It's
was like,
cool. I'm into that.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, it's like it's Music City, baby.
Music City, baby.
Music City, baby. Get some water, but yeah.
So
yeah,
Kid Rock's bar was 3 levels.
Yes, and you had to take an elevator to get to the roof.
Oh, there's a roof. Oh, that's kind of cool. I've never been to a rooftop bar. I don't think.
Yeah, there's like 3 rooftop. There's so many rooftop bars up here.
That's cool.
Down here. Over
Well,
here.
yeah, because Morgan Wallen threw a chair off of one of them.
Exactly that. I was joking with my friend. I was gonna react that, but they're like, probably not. And I'm like, I know, I was joking.
What do you mean? We're here for a pharmacist conference where we have to be professional, and I can't
And you're
do a
telling me I
bit
can't
where I
throw-
pretend to throw
yeah.
a chair.
I can't pick up one of the bar stools and throw it off.
Dave
God forbid.
Portnoy.
Yeah,
I would have done it.
I know. That's why we're not.
I
Going.
would-
That's why you're not here.
That's
and I'm
why.
here.
That's why I'm not a pharmacist.
Exactly.
That's why I do terrible, terrible things in my free time.
That's right. He does.
I don't know what that means.
But yeah.
Great, man. I'm stoked about. Just stoked you get to go, and you get to go live in a place you've always wanted to live. Not Nashville. I'm talking about Minnesota, of course.
Minnesota. Yeah, I'm very excited. I can't wait to be able to go to basketball games.
I think I said Baskin Robbins for some reason.
Baskin Robbins.
I can't wait to go to Baskin
I
Robbins.
love their 30. I don't even know how many. It's so many. Like probably more than like 20 flavors.
Yeah, like vanilla, chocolate, strawberry.
Yeah, like more than that. Like sherbet,
What
chocolate.
the hell is that? Sherbet's
chocolate
not ice
fountain.
cream.
Sherbet.
Dilbert. Do they still have that?
Napoleon Dynamite ice cream.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're getting the feelings that I got when I was moving to California. It's like I gotta go live in a place I've always wanted to, and it's gonna be so fun.
Exactly.
A little
And-
the giddiness.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh baby. I was like, oh baby. Oh boy.
Oh boy! Do you do the thing? Maybe this is just something I do because I'm weird. Do you go on Google Maps and go to the street view and just click around in Minneapolis?
No, because I've been there.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've been to New York, but I still do that because I love New York so much.
Every once in a
I still
while.
do it
Every once in a while.
I still do it with places out here because I'm
In
like,
person? You do it in person? You go to the street view in
I-
person? You're like, wow.
I go there in person and then I go on the street view and I'm just like matching it.
Comparing, yeah.
Yeah, just like, okay, it looks about like this. No, if I'm like trying to figure out like parking situations, because parking out here is a goddamn nightmare. I'll look at the place on Google Maps before I go, and I go, okay, does it have parking? No. Okay, where's the best place to park? What's busiest? Because it's great for checking like what street is going to be the best to park on.
That's true. That's true. I didn't even think about that. I'm more of a selfish person.
Selfish.
Selfish.
So you'll just go double park. You don't give a shit.
Mhm.
You don't care
Oh,
about
yeah.
anybody.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm gonna back people into parking
Yeah.
spaces that they didn't even mean to park into.
Well, I know there's a big problem a few years ago because people were messaging me about it that you were parking in like handicap spots. And you were like taking up 2 spots too, which was the crazy part. And you were like, I don't care. Give a
I would park
shit."
sideways in those.
Yeah. And you're like, I don't give a fuck.
You're like, why?
Which is
I don't
weird that
wanna
you
go
would park sideways because then 2 cars would trap you in and then you would get in your car and just lay on the horn until they
yeah.
moved.
They would like lock me up against the curb, both of them,
Yeah.
and it was like, again.
Yeah. And then it was their fault somehow, even though
Exactly.
you parked incorrectly.
Yeah, and I didn't even have one of the handicap signs, so like they should have known that like I was supposed to be there.
Right. So that explains why you parked like an asshole. It's like I'm not even supposed to be parking here.
Yeah,
So what do
don't
you
have to be an
mean?
asshole right back to me, like eye for an eye. Dude.
You're mad at me for parking wrong? I don't even have a handicap sign. So what do you expect?
2 rights don't make a wrong.
Dude, I thought somebody was going to be murdered this morning on my ride to work. Literally right around the corner from me. I'll say this exact street. I was heading to work, and I turned on this street, and it was really strange. Like this, I even forgot about this part. There was two cars ahead of me, and when I was making the turn, one of them was like stopped, and I was like, oh, I'm like, should I not turn down there? Because there's like a few like nursing homes over there, and there's usually a lot of ambulances on that street.
Hearses,
horse and buggies with like piles of dead bodies in it. And they're blocking the road. And they like, there be an ambulance or a fire truck like blocking it. So like, if there is that case, I just go to another street to get around it. And I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't turn. They started going. So I was like, okay, I turned. And immediately these two cars were going super fucking slow. And I was like, this is really weird. I was like, what's going on? And there's like speed bumps. So I was like, maybe this person's just being like extra cautious or whatever. So the person in front of me starts laying on the horn to the person in front of them. And I was like, okay. I was like, I guess I get it. So then that person in front of them completely goes to a stop and then starts waving them to go by. And I was like, oh shit, maybe just like car troubles or something, whatever. So of course this jackass in a fucking pickup truck, no surprise, behind me immediately swerves around them as the person in front of me is still laying on the horn, not going around them. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, just go around him. Like he's maybe having trouble. Just like go. So this pickup truck like swerves around all of us. And then the guy in front of me goes. And the person in front of them had their window down. And I think they mouthed like you fucking bitch or something like that. That's what it looked like. It was like an older guy who had gloves on, which is also really strange. And they were like not driving gloves. They were like fuzzy gloves. And I was like, and that person like stopped next to them and then went. And then they stopped. So the person who was in front of, like now couldn't get around them. And then they both went. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, what are we like? You're in such a hurry that you're laying on the horn to this person. Then they let you around them and then you stop. It's like, okay, so you're obviously in no rush to get anywhere. So why are you laying on the horn in the first place?
Yeah.
If you now have time to like fuck with them. So
was it Gary Busey or something like that? Because I feel like Gary Busey's got a reputation in LA for being a really bad driver.
It could have been, but this guy didn't look like Gary Busey.
Okay.
Looked just as disheveled as Gary Busey, but
okay, that's good. That's something to go off of. I'll tell the police that.
We're calling the police. So they both went finally. And then we get to this street where there's like a three-way crosswalk as well. And there's, it's a three-way light. And we were all turning right. The first person turns and then I think the light was already green when that person turned. And then there was very obviously an old woman with a walker who was crossing the street right where we were about to turn right. And the guy, the man with the gloves, just like as she's like already in the crosswalk going, just takes the turn like this close from like taking this woman out. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. Why? You people are so stupid. Like, you're just idiots. Like, I think this person was just like having a fucking episode of some sorts.
Yeah.
It was very odd. Like, just, people just drive me fucking absolutely insane. They're so dumb.
Guys, keep following our podcast for more LA traffic updates.
We'll give you more LA traffic updates after this. Now, mind you, this is like 9:45 in the morning.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that like it wasn't super early?
Yeah.
Like
What are
that's
we
not
doing?
like a rush hour.
Yeah. I don't get that. I mean, I would never do that in general, but I would never do that at 9 in the fucking morning. It's like, what are we doing?
Someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
That's what I said. I wasn't even like, oh no, that person's going to die. I was like, well, I guess someone had a rough morning.
Yeah, someone didn't have their coffee this morning.
Someone didn't have their Wheaties.
So Carson, go ahead, tell me what's this comment you have in here on the doc here? What was this related to?
Well, so we're crypto guys now.
Big crypto guys.
We put out our big crypto episode, which like I like tried to like be kind of jokey, like we were gonna be talking about crypto finally, but then I was also like, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should like, I don't know. I was just like, because I was like, if I want it to sound like we're making fun of crypto, but also like acting like we're getting really into it. But it seems like people enjoy that. That episode has quite a bit of views, our most viewed in a while. And then we put out a clip, just the straight clip of that crypto chunk, for people to see, and that also did very well. It's on my end.
Oh, okay.
Some friends are coming over.
Oh, okay, cool.
And so, yeah, so we put those out, and no surprise, no surprise, we got comments on it, of course. And so this person asked, this is at Crystal Camellia on YouTube. Check them out. It says, "Thank you so much for this amazing video." This is on the episode. "Could you help me with something unrelated? My OKX wallet holds some USDT, and I have the seed phrase, in quotations, or right, quotations, right? Parentheses. I don't know why I get those mixed up all the time. It's so dumb. Alarm, fetch, churn, bridge, exercise, tape, speak, race, clerk, couch, crater, letter." In parentheses. "What's the best way to send them to Binance?"
Oh, you know what? Actually, Crystal Camellia, you came to the right place, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna take it, you're gonna put that in your OKX and move it to your XYZ, and then once you get it to your XYZ, you should just be able to send them to Binance through the XYZ ABCD OKYX wallet.
Well, I think that answers it.
I appreciate you coming on the show, Camellia.
Yeah, if you guys have any more crypto questions, feel free to send them our way. We'd be happy to answer them.
All of them.
It's also interesting that I believe the exact same comment was also put on our other crypto video we put out.
No. Carson,
but I think it was a different person. Let me just double check. Actually, I meant to pull both of them.
It may have been a different person, but I think it was the exact same phrase.
Yeah, let's find out. I put the wrong thing. I meant to turn this guy on. Let's see. I wanna just make sure. I don't want to get this incorrect because we love crypto.
Because it's really important that like we don't want to make it sound like this person's like commenting as like other people. Like
no. Because these are real people. So this is Dorothy Lopez -D9T. The video content is very interesting. I have a quick unrelated question. I have USDT stored in my OKX wallet, and I have the seed phrase iron, observe, slam, major, mad, decorate, feed, photo, awesome, vast, kitchen, faint. What is the best way to transfer it to my Binance account? Dude,
Okay.
like, I don't know what any of that even means. What the fuck are they talking about? And you at least know a little bit about crypto.
I know a little bit, but
you're not
like
a crypto guy. Yeah, what the fuck? And like, I'm like, okay, so obviously this is, we'll break the joke barrier here, but obviously it's a bot comment, but like, what's the scam? Because there's obviously a scam to this. What do they want me to do? Because it seems like they're asking like a genuine question, but it's like very obvious that there has to be some sort of like scammy thing to this. Did I just like fulfill the scam by reading it out loud? I don't know. By reading the seed phrase? Like, it just seems like it's literally just seems like a genuine question, but there's obviously something to it that we got two of more or less the exact same comment.
They're not the same comment, dude. They have different seed phrases.
They're different seed phrases, dude. You know this.
Come on.
We've been over this. It's a different seed phrase.
No clue what it is though.
I don't either. No idea. But yeah, keep sending your crypto questions. We
got them right here.
We love talking about crypto so much. I want to get into it. I actually am an idiot and forgot to load this in, so I'm going to load it up really, really quickly. And of course, what I'm referring to is our good friend Tracy Morgan,
Friend of the show,
Tracy Morgan, had a bit of a tummy ache and lost his lunch and more than likely dinner.
And whatever he had to drink.
And we're not going to watch the video, so, I mean, trigger warning for the picture, of course. But we won't watch the video because I don't want to watch that either.
This is a picture of Tracy Morgan at a Knicks game on St. Patrick's Day. Clearly, he overindulged. I would say he probably did. He ended up having to... It was food poisoning.
Yes.
And
For
he posted
sure.
about it later. He posted about it on his Instagram that it was food poisoning. But he got stretchered out.
Or
He got taken out. Stretchered or like wheelchaired out.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But it was like a whole production. It was. It almost seemed like a fake.
It really
promotion
did.
or something. It was like, wow, someone's gonna clean that up. And then I guess it delayed the game like twice, so there was like a 10-minute delay on the game, because like for some reason one of the referees went to the locker room to do something.
Yeah.
For 10 minutes or for 5 minutes.
He had to go.
So
puke.
people were pissed off. It was a whole thing, but
Which is funny.
Tracy Morgan's back to normal, I guess.
He's fine.
Feeling fine after that food scare.
That little food scare.
That little food scare of his.
I mean, I don't know if Tracy even drinks anymore. He's had his fair share of incidents with alcohol and without alcohol. I just have a pretty good feeling that puke is real dark. And I've only
really
seen
brown.
that dark of puke after a couple of these, whether it's beer or like a liquor. I'm not trying, Tracy, I don't know, maybe Tracy doesn't drink. It's also just like the way he was acting. If you watch the video, which we won't watch, and actually, in fact, I'm going to cut away from this because this is probably, YouTube probably won't like that we're showing puke for that long. But like, if you watch the video, the fact that he's just like keeps puking and he's like not moving at all is really strange. Because anybody, like, I've had food poisoning and like you don't like feel sick, at least when I've had it. Like, you feel normal, but you just like can't like control your bowels, like whether it's up here or down there. So you're not like out of it. Like so like the way he was acting is not how a normal person would act. Like, a normal person would like feel it coming on, or even if they didn't, they would at least try to get up or move or do something. The fact that he's puking onto his shoes and onto himself and not moving and continuing to just be like, just keep going it seems like something a not sober person would do.
I mean, maybe
Am I
it was.
wrong?
Maybe it was a mix of the both. Maybe he had food poisoning and overindulged. So it was
True.
just a whole big thing.
But he gets to be like, it was the food poisoning. I can't do
Yeah,
his
there you
voice.
go.
It's a hard.
Yeah.
It's
No,
like
you're
such a
close.
distinct voice, but it's hard to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, there was.
We
I'm not
kept
going to do
trying
it.
No, I'm
not going to do it.
That's as much as I'll try.
But he, I just like all the tweets that came out. I think Complex posted about it. They said prayers up for Tracy.
Which I get it from the standpoint of like, he's been through some shit. Like he had a really bad accident and he had a heart attack recently. I think you were telling me or something.
I know.
Or maybe
I know It
not.
was just a heart attack. He got in a car accident.
Well, he got in a really bad car accident in 2014, and he was like out of the spotlight for like nobody had seen him for like a year, and I think he even went into like a coma, which wasn't a car accident caused by him. I don't even think it was anybody in his vehicle that caused it, but so I think people were like, I think Complex was like trying to go at that angle, but I was like, even before we knew what it was, I was like, oh man, he just
He got
puked.
sick.
Like,
he just had too much. I don't know.
but I think what they're worried about, which I haven't seen people talking about since it happened, is he was like, his nose was bleeding a lot after,
right.
which was really strange. But it's like, that's just what happens. You're fucking, all your blood is just fucking rushing to your head when you're throwing up. All these muscles are constricting. Like, I think it's pretty normal. I don't think it was out of the ordinary.
Or maybe he had like something wrong with his stomach and he has like a stomach ulcer or like, a esophageal like thing going on. Like, who knows, right? But
who knows? Yeah, who knows?
Who knows? I have no idea. But it's like, it's not completely out of the question. And also, like you said, the pressure. If you hold in a sneeze every single day, like you're just building that pressure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I don't know. That was what it was. I initially thought maybe he like hit his head or something, but then it was like, no, he's just drunk or had bad food.
Food poisoning. Yeah, and then
poisoning.
we went down the rabbit hole of, because we always send videos of people at sports events puking onto themselves.
Yep.
And those people are very intoxicated and acting exactly the same as Tracy was. They're just puking onto themselves and not doing anything about it.
Right. Exactly.
Not acknowledging the fact that they're puking.
Yeah.
So
I can't stand those videos, but they're really funny.
They're so funny. And I wanted to talk about this, Gavin. I don't know if you've seen this at all, because I recently just found it out and honestly haven't dug that much into it. When I was looking to find this picture that I'm not showing anymore. Actually, I'll show real quick because this is important. So there's a person sitting, if you can pull up the picture, Gavin.
Yeah.
The woman sitting next to Tracy, who's like grossed out, and people were like pointing that out, that was funny. Well, it turns out that woman is Steven Spielberg's daughter. And then when I think they found out that she was a celebrity, all these tabloids are like, she's a nasty woman for acting like this is gross and not helping him out. And like, I was just seeing all these fucking tabloid headlines, like trying to do a smear campaign. There was literally one that said, who's the grossed out woman sitting next to Tracy Morgan? And I was like, okay, so you found out that she was the daughter of a celebrity and are now going to like fucking act like what she's doing is not what anybody would fucking do.
Exactly.
I would be like, that's fucking gross, you drunk idiot. I wouldn't care who the fuck it was. You're puking onto a court and not doing anything about it. You're not trying to move or do anything. You're just puking onto yourself. I would look away and be like, that's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, it is gross.
I wouldn't be like, oh my God, let me jump in and help. Let me scoop it up with my bare hands. What do you want her to do? Go fuck yourself. Is that Guinness? Oh, we also forgot to mention this is on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Which even feeds. Oh, did you say it? Apologies here. Which even which
makes it even more feasible that he was drinking.
Of course it does. Like, of course. Like, it's just. Also, it's funny that he went to the hospital too. But I don't know. He might, there might be some underlying.
Yeah, I mean, if he's had so many health issues in the past, they probably want to make sure probably want to rule out everything
for sure, which is understandable,
respectable.
But the stretcher thing too is like, that's not food poisoning. Yeah, you're drunk. You're drunk and you need.
Like, we can't make him look that embarrassed. He's got to get wheeled out. We can't embarrass him any more than he's already embarrassed himself.
Well, it probably wasn't them. It was probably him being like, well, or maybe his friend being like, he's not gonna be able to walk.
Yeah,
we just gotta get him out of here.
We should probably leave.
So, anyways, I thought that was interesting. And we'll always talk about, because it's like I think it's the first time in my knowledge, in my memory, that we've seen a celebrity throw up, especially out in public. I can't think of another time a celebrity's like puked, unless we're talking about like the Jackass guys, but they do it on purpose. This is the first time to my knowledge that I've seen a celebrity in public throw up.
That's true. I think.
Like, I'm almost mad that I wasn't at the game to witness it. That's the kind of memory I want to have.
A prehistoric moment, to say the least.
I would say so. If anybody else, send us your favorite celebrity puke moments.
Public vomit posts.
I want a celebrity puke montage, and I want it in my inbox as soon as you hear this. Maybe there's like a r/celebrity puke. I feel like there's gotta be.
Okay.
I'll get on that tonight and find that out.
Please.
But yeah.
Please, I need it. So Carson,
yes.
I don't know if I'm pretty chronically online, and I know that the audience may not know this.
I didn't even know that.
I'm pretty chronically online. So this tweet from chess.com
which I will
started to surface on my feed for people being like, bro, go look at the comments on this post.
Yeah.
And chess.com tweeted, accepting new name ideas for this piece. And it's a black and white bishop piece. So the reason why they did this is because they've been doing this. They were doing this for every piece. They did it for like the king, the queen, the pawns. Okay. They did it for every piece. But as soon as they got to the bishop piece, it started to turn into like a think piece for I mean, this first comment is kind of insane. I love putting the bishop in my ass. I put the bishop on my ass, whether it's white or black or white. It doesn't matter. It's going in my ass either way. I love putting the bishop in my ass.
See, that's a good reply. That's a good, funny
That's
reply.
a good, yeah.
That's not what
Yeah.
we're talking about, though.
No. But anyway, so I guess a lot of people on the right took this as like some woke bullshit that needed to be punished, right? And that needed to be somehow like publicly made into a huge ordeal.
Yeah.
And so the first out-of-pocket comment here is, it's a bishop, and delete your Twitter account. By the way, this is from the official chess.com
Yes.
Twitter account, by the way.
This next one I really like.
This one's good. This is from this. I think this might be fake. Yeah, this guy's a comedian.
Oh, good. Okay, good.
Yeah. I recognize that name, but he said, "Do not rename the bishop and insult Christ. I will cancel my subscription. Fuck you."
So that one's a joke, but this guy is
That
not.
one's a joke.
This guy's not a joke.
That guy up there, no, Donald Ward is not joking. Yeah, no. He's a amateur cryptozoologist. So
we got to talk about this one because Jesus Christ.
the Hermit Yab.
Yeah,
one.
Hermit Yab.
I'm not even gonna say it out loud because that
No,
could be really taken out of context.
Just look at it, because
Yeah.
I don't even like. I got to click on this person's account, which is probably going to be a mistake. But oh yeah, this is just like garbage. I don't even want to scroll any further. It's just like literally anti-Semitic garbage. And then we have some other stuff. Sorry, folks, for some of this that you're going to be seeing here. It's Twitter, the everything app. It's 2025.
Someone said, "Why are you trying to erase the word bishop?" Someone said, "You are Artzler." This post is extremely Jewish.
Yeah, which is like, what? Like, what? Why?
It's the bishop, you filthy rats. You want to rename the king to Comrade Stalin. But I think that one's also a joke account too.
Okay. Someone just said rabbis.
Someone's just said Christ is king.
Oh, there's some just really horrible.
Yeah, there's some awful comments here.
This is why I don't go on Twitter, and this is why I don't look.
Even online
this.
chess is Jewish now. Crazy. What the fuck?
What is that? What they never mention anything about. What? Give us a Jewish name for this piece. Like, that's like what if it said that? Then like, but it doesn't.
So,
it says nothing of the sort.
and then all the other comments for all of these posts all essentially don't say anything. There's no comments. No one's. I mean, like,
Yeah.
if you look at their account, like, they do get likes, obviously, but like, and they have a lot of followers. But like, if you're gonna just be renaming stuff, like, it's not gonna get, they get like 30 likes, right? 18 likes on some of these, right? Like,
Yeah.
even the memes don't even get, you know what I mean? It's just like, what the fuck? Like,
So yeah. So somehow this was a. I don't know if this is one. See, now I don't know what's fake and what's not. You are not going to rename the bishop. Not now. Not ever. Go woke. Go broke. Checkmate. So yeah, it's just like.
yeah, it's a cesspool. But this really was like one of the most weird things that happened
Yeah, because it's
on the
like
Everything app this week.
it's such a like not. It's just like not
It's
a thing. It's not a problem.
It's not a problem. Like, it's like they've had this running joke, and then like one person took it out of context, and they're like, "Oh, you know what we need to do?
Yeah.
We need to blow this up."
And talk about how it's like a Jewish conspiracy.
That's just one of those
What?
like puzzling things I will never understand. That as soon as someone calls into question a little bit of maybe the questionable history behind some of the names of stuff, they're immediately like, "Oh, well, it's communist and they're also Jewish." So
Yeah, and it's like nothing was mentioned about that. Like, what are you talking about? And I will always have chess.com's back because they sponsored disc golf stuff last year. So they had the chess.com open. It was the first disc golf tournament of the year.
It was a first chess open.
It was called it's so funny. It's called the chess.com open, and it was a disc golf tournament.
Hey, that's pretty good. I mean, hey, that's
it's a good sponsor. It's weird, but
It's
it was
strange,
good.
Yeah, but
What's the guy's name? I almost said Miles Teller.
Magnus Carlsen.
He was there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he went to it, and like, I think he like casually plays, or like his brother is brother plays or something. But yeah, he was at the tournament and like.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's very
cool.
strange, very weird world. But I will always have their back. But yeah, it's just gross. People are so gross, and Twitter sucks. And yes, we're still on Twitter. I know. We're gonna.
We were here first.
We were here first, so we're gonna make it your problem. The only reason why I have not deactivated my account is because of business purposes. Unfortunately, same reason why I haven't deleted a Facebook either. Don't go on either of those apps unless it has to do with work at this point. So,
and you don't have to.
Don't have to. But Gavin will check in on it for me every once in a while and bring some of this stuff to light.
This godforsaken place.
And we're not even gonna fucking get into the garbage that's happening in politics.
No, not
right
even.
now, Department of Education stuff and all that. We're not even gonna talk about that because I don't have the space up here for talking about that currently.
Not this
and I don't
week.
think anybody wants to hear about it either. I think everybody knows, and it sucks.
Seen.
And we'll talk about politics eventually. But right now, we're gonna try and keep things as light as we can, as light as a feather.
As light as a feather.
Oh, I can't. No, I need to get my other tab open to see what we're gonna talk about next.
It's the food hacks. Carson, you had some clips to show me of food hacks.
Oh, I can't wait. I love food, Gavin. You know this. You know how much I love food,
Yeah, well, they call me
right?
a foodie. Yeah, I'm a bit of a foodie.
I am a bit of a foodie. And as people may or may not know, I do like cooking. I enjoy cooking. And I intake a lot of food content, whether it be food reviews or cooking videos. I watch quite a bit of it, not a ton, as actually not as much as I used to. But if I'm on Instagram and I get fed, pun intended, a food related video, I will usually watch it because it's usually garbage, just like stupid stuff. And it's usually stuff like what I'm about to show you guys now, which is some food hacks I've been seeing. These are really good. You're not gonna. Is there a way I can?
You don't have to show me. I can pull them up.
No. Not about that. Oh. I'm gonna see if I can get it so it's not blocking you, or not blocking the video, which I believe I can do. No, I can't. Well, anyways, I'll just read it. It's just blocking a caption, and I wanted to make sure people could see that part. So yeah, so this is a video. Gavin, you're seeing this now from YanaAdventure.mom, which seems like a fake account. And it says, delicious ice cream for you and your kids. And it says, things I wish I knew as a first-time mom. So let's watch this. I'm just going to go and mute it. So she just cut a ice cream thing in half that was already eaten. And now she's dipping it in sprinkles and covering it in honey, which is really strange, and then white chocolate chips, and that's it. So why
she cut a pint of ice cream in half and then put sprinkles on it and then put honey on it.
And this is apparently something she wishes she knew as a first-time mom. And I don't know what that means or how that has to do with being a mom, a first-time mom. I don't really know what
my kid.
No. That's probably not super healthy. And honestly, it's probably giving them way too big of a portion of ice cream. And I just don't understand that it's like, this is something you wish you knew when you became a parent. I don't know what that means. I just don't understand it.
I like the comments. Yeah. This is ratchet AF. Why Honu?
Why Honu? This is a joke, right? Which, by the way,
for mom's PMS, definitely a PMS size serving after dealing with littles all day.
Ugh, I hate parents. I hate millennial parents. Sorry, millennial parents. I got to go to this person's account now because I believe I checked. Yeah, it's not a joke. Like, this is not a joke account. First of all, what is that? Oh, well, we can't click on it. Yeah, this is not like a joke account. They post like real stuff. So that was just one of our food hacks. Sorry, I just had to read their.
Okay. Oh, it's just like, is this a real person? Like, is this a bot account or what's going on here? You know?
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of seems like a bot account, but these, I don't know. What are all these?
I don't know, man.
So that
what's
was
the other one?
Yeah, so we got another food hack here, Gavin.
Oh no!
I think you're gonna like this one a lot. So this comes from nd_home.hacks. Skewered barbecue time.
No, what the fuck?
I'm gonna mute this one too.
Oh no! What?
That was it. That's the whole video.
Hold on, one more time. One more time. Play one more time.
I'll play it a million times over. So stupid.
What the fuck?
So it's the top of a soda bottle, filled with ground turkey meat.
Or it could have been spam. Who fucking knows?
Who knows? And then she puts the top of a candle snuffer, as they're called, underneath it, which is already a strange thing to be using. And then puts
You get this meat that tastes like candle.
yeah,
And he basically uses a jar of, I assume, mayonnaise. I think that's
Hellmann's,
mayonnaise.
Yeah.
To get leverage to push out the sausage or whatever, the turkey, whatever, onto a stick.
Onto
They put a
skewer.
stick in the top, and then they push down onto the top of the candle, top of soda bottle concoction, right? To make a sausage.
To make a skewer, which is
That's awesome, and it's raw too. Like I'm
oh,
not.
yeah.
You could like probably just like make it like without doing this. Like this isn't a hack. This is more work.
You could very easily just take the ground turkey and mold it around the skewer.
Yeah, and no one would probably say anything. They're like,
No, they wouldn't.
"Oh, this tastes really good," and also you don't even have to skewer it. As a matter of fact.
Yeah, you don't have to, but if you wanted to
At
do a
all.
skewer, you could, and that's what everybody does when they make skewers, especially like that. Is you
I like
just
how this
put it on there.
this was posted on January 5th, and they still had Christmas stuff up. By the way,
Take that shit down. I think I might have had still had my stuff up then.
but
Basically,
it was like it recently started getting traction because it's like 2 days, 4 days, 5 days ago.
oh yeah. Oh, so I saw it. I guess that's around the time I saw it. Basically, a sausage with no casing on a stick. I've done this and smoked the meat sticks. They were great. A sausage stuffer works great too if you have to do a lot. It's like that person actually took it seriously. It's like, yeah, I guess this works.
Yeah, that this person is on the right track here. It's cross contamination for me.
Yeah.
You want your turkey to smell and taste like soda, and then have once ever you get to the bottom of the meat, like it's gonna start tasting like candle.
Oh, it's okay. I know you're. It's a
candle
little.
wax.
It's so. It's all right. It's okay.
It's gross. I can't. You should never be doing this.
You should never be doing this. That person's worried.
Zevraj Kokot.
Javraj Kolkot. I love that guy. So that's just some food hacks. You guys can thank me later. Let us know if you try any of those out, and let us know. Maybe we can try one of them out one of these days. I have all of those things.
We should honestly start collecting a lot of these, and then just do like a cooking show one day.
Yeah,
with these hacks.
I would totally do that, and then just like make it very serious. I mean, this is pretty much what Meghan Markle's doing, if we're being honest.
And we watched an episode of that.
We did, and we're not going to be a Meghan Markle show because that would be taken away from office hours. But we will. We can talk about it. There's no. It's a
really good.
What's the word? There's no one stopping us from talking about it, but
Yeah,
I don't want to take it away.
You should go check it out and just see how awesome that show
please.
is.
I have not watched other episodes since, but I would like to at some point because that was very fun. Because it's just
I just appreciate
garbage.
that they had John Lennon on. I think that was like the biggest thing for me.
That is corpse.
Yes,
They brought it out.
John Lennon beekeeper.
Oh yes, the John Lennon Kyle Mooney beekeeper was there, and he was really fun. He's my favorite character. It's a great show though. But yeah, I hope she does some cooking hacks because she's obviously teaching a lot of people how to make peanut butter jelly and popcorn, and she's teaching people how to take peanut butter pretzels out of a bag
and put them into another bag.
Balloon arches that aren't even an arch.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was really cool.
What a good show. What a great show. Shout out to Tim for finding that, obviously. Gavin, what do you say we do a little Nextdoor Drama action? I think that sounds good to me. We haven't done one in a couple weeks now.
Are you sure?
Why is the second half of that so long?
Are you sure?
I kept waiting for something else. Nextdoor Drama, in case you guys don't know, is a segment we do every once in a while where we go to the infamous Nextdoor blog posting website, which is a blog posting website for your neighborhood where people can post whatever the hell is going on in the neighborhood. And usually it's just trash. It's just Facebook. It's just local Facebook. And of course, we pull ours from our Missouri hub because it's very unmoderated, and we love that. You know, moderation is good in most senses. And there
in
is
all senses of the word.
Yeah, there is some moderation going on. It's just not as much because it's a free speech state.
Yeah,
I'd like to think of it that way. But yeah, so we go on there, we take a blog entry, we script it out with the comments, we do a dramatic reenactment of it, and of course, we switched up the format a little bit recently to where we're not playing specific characters, or at least not telling you we're playing specific characters, but we're doing more of like a improv-y script read where we'll be changing up the characters on the fly. It's a little bit more fun. We've been enjoying it. So this Nextdoor Drama is titled Something I Am Struggling Getting Used To. That was a little tough for me to read, and I don't know why. I think I'm getting choked up.
Okay.
It's okay. So Gavin, without saying much else, I'm going to switch this over, and we are going to do the Nextdoor Drama intro and get right into this. Oh, should I still? People know I'm running off a quick time. They saw the player. No, don't tell anybody. Shh. This week on Nextdoor Drama. Whoops, thought I cut it back. Something I am struggling getting used to. The speed limit on my road, Millwell, Doddridge, Parkwood, is 25. I get people aren't going to do the exact speed limit, but the speeding down this road is out of control. Today, someone in a company vehicle rode up my keister because I came to a complete stop at a sign, and then they tried flying around me on the wrong side of the road. Oh, this is literally what happened to me this morning. People were outside, walking dogs, playing, and going about life, and this person was driving like a nut. The company was A&M Engineering, and it was a white Chevy Colorado. Keep your eyes out for this one, because they will be pissed if you're doing the speed limit. There's so many Chevy Colorados out there. Jesus Christ. Sorry.
It seems like some drivers may struggle with maintaining the speed limit on these stretches. Perhaps instead of focusing on others driving, we could appreciate the positives in our own experiences.
Or, since there's a park and 2 schools on that road, that people can stop driving like crazy people. The complaint OP included being aggressive at a stop sign and trying to pass illegally in the oncoming traffic lane. There are children here!
True, but not everyone knows how to drive correctly around here. If they were forced to waste an entire Saturday to take a defensive driving course, it might change them. Changed me.
I was a couple of cars behind you and saw that. At the stop sign at Midland, right?
Now that I think about it, I saw the truck you were talking about whizzing around a car over the yellow lines turned into Brookside. I was turning in before him. Yeah,
Everybody
that's
was
like
there.
Everybody stopped at the stop sign at the same time. I mean, at least there are stories that corroborate this. Like, you can kind of put the pieces together. If there's multiple people that said they saw it, and the original poster noted that there were people around watching this happen.
So maybe they were all there.
Maybe they were all there.
Or that one person was there and the other person which is also interesting. So the person who was making the comments being like, maybe it was your fault, was also the person at the very end who said, now that I think about it, I think I was there too. It's like, wait, what? You were just saying, you were just telling them that they're an idiot for driving slow. And then you're like, actually, I was there as well. It's like you realize you said something stupid, didn't delete it, and then tried to be like, yeah, me too. I saw that as well. That was crazy.
That happened too. That was really weird.
Everybody was there at this one stop sign. I'm kind of jealous I wasn't there. But anyways, we gotta love Nextdoor. We love all those people on there. Gavin, let's move into Whatcha Listening To, a segment we do every single week where we recommend a song, album, or artist to each other, to you, the audience. Gavin, what are you listening to this week, my friend? You've had some time to listen to some music too. You've been in a car driving down to Nashville.
Oh, we didn't really. I didn't really listen to anything.
You guys just sat in silence.
No, we just talked the whole time. Yeah. We went to DQ and it was Free Cone Day on the way down there.
What?
And it was the biggest thing happening in that city for probably the next 3 months. So
true. Were you guys able, how long did you have to wait for that?
Oh, not that long. They were like, do you want a free cone with your meal? And we're like, is it Free Cone Day? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, just let us know if you want a free cone.
It's like, yeah, of course I do.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take one.
I was like, a free cone.
We ended up getting it after our food, but on the way out. But.
Can I get a free code? But can you put it in my Blizzard I also bought?
Please.
This with extra ice cream.
So this week I'm listening to M.E. by Gary Newman on his 1979 new wave album, The Pleasure Principle.
The Pleasure Principle?
Yeah, it's the same one as Cars, same album as Cars and Metal, which are both really good songs on that album. But I haven't listened to the whole album, but just M.E. this week. I heard it on like a meme and it was like a mashup song and I was like, what's the back? It's definitely a Gary Newman track. It's got that very distinct sound from that album, but yeah,
I'll check it out. I've never been a Gary Newman guy.
That
album, being honest.
Those 3 songs that I named are pretty good, but I'm sure the rest of the album is just as good.
All right,
but I can't say for certain. I don't want to recommend it if I haven't listened to the whole freaking album.
I get it. I get it. I wouldn't allow you to do something that stupid. Gavin, this week I don't normally do this. I don't usually like to do a double dip where I recommend the same band 2 weeks in a row. And technically, this wasn't my official recommendation last week, so I don't feel as bad for doing it. But I got to be truthful. It's what I'm listening to this week, and I can't stop listening to it. And that is it's technically a single release, but it's 3 songs. I don't really understand how that works. But it is the single release called 2 by the band Sleep Token, who I brought up last week because they just released a new song, announced a new album, announced a tour, which I got a little announcement myself, Gavin. I got tickets for that show finally. I finally get to go see them live in October.
Oh, well, yeah.
So that's going to be interesting because there's going to be so many. I was thinking about it and I was like, man, there's probably going to be like so many big changes that happened before then. Like nothing as far as like moving anywhere out of California. I'm good to stay here for a while. But like I was like, man, I could like have a whole different apartment and a new car by then, which would be crazy. So I was just thinking about all this stuff because I was like, man, should I drive there or should I Uber there? And I was like,
where's it at?
This is in October. Dude, they're playing at the crypto.com arena, baby.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Which is crazy because they're just blowing up. Sleep Token's fucking huge at this point, which is great.
I started hearing people talk about them more regularly. So,
hey, man, whether that's, because they're getting bigger or because you know about them because of me, it's pretty cool. It's really cool because, like, technically they would be considered a metal band. They get kind of lumped into that because of the visual aspect and because most of their songs, at least at some point, become a metal song. Have you listened to them at all?
No.
Okay, I think you should. And I think, like, honestly, and maybe this is why more people are getting into them because, like, they're really not a metal band. Like, they do so... Like, half of their songs are, like, pop songs.
Right.
which is really cool. They're just like, I used to not like them because they weren't heavy enough. And now I've changed over to where I like their heavier stuff less. Like I like their more like poppy, cool kind of pop rock songs are really, really good. I really think you should, because like, I think the fact that like, I know like Ghost is different because like they're fully like hard rock leaning. I would say they're heavy metal, but more like classic heavy metal, as you think of as like like a Van Halen or something like that, where it's like, yeah. So
Metallica.
Like, yeah, like this is different where like they actually have screaming parts in it, but then like the first half of the song could be this like little like poppy kind of drum beat song. It's just really cool. I really like them a lot, and they should get all the respect, and they deserve it. And I also found out recently, this is crazy to me. They're like a 4-piece band with 3 backup singers, and that's who they tour with. But I found out that technically the lead vocalist and the drummer, and they're all anonymous, by the way, but people kind of know who they are now. The lead vocalist and the drummer are technically the only 2 members of the band. The vocalist writes all of the guitar parts, all of the like vocals, everything. And the drummer obviously writes all the drum parts. And I think they collab on some other stuff, but like, I was fucking blown away because like their songs are like 6 to 10 minutes long. Like they're like, they span genres throughout the whole song. So I thought that was crazy to find out. I didn't know that. But this was their second release ever as a band. And I listened to it because I saw an Instagram clip of them playing a show in 2017 for like, 20 people.
Right.
At like, some like bar show in England with their masks and stuff on. They were still like doing the anonymous thing then. And one of the songs, Nazareth, of the 3 songs, they were playing live, and his vocals are just so beautiful, even live. They sounded amazing. And so that's what got me to jump into this little like 3-song an EP, if you will. And it's really good. The production quality is definitely lacking, obviously, because it's, when older. They were older. But they're still beautiful songs, and they're really good. And Sleep Token's great, and I can't stop listening to them. They're like a band that for some reason I haven't gotten sick of their stuff yet. Like I just can't stop. And I've listened to everything, but like I just can't stop listening to it over and over again for some reason. And that's why I'm excited to finally have new stuff from them coming soon.
Finally.
But that's it for me. Enough talking about it. That's enough. I'm done, okay? I want to get out of here.
Thanks for listening to Excel Kinds Podcast, episode 209. Keep watching, keep listening, keep doing whatever you do to our episodes. Keep sharing it. Keep telling your friends about it. Keep watching our videos and commenting everything you want to comment on the video. Carson.
Give us all your crypto questions, please. We'll answer them.
We can give you a little discount.